wise man once said that feminism didn't do anything for women but turn them into shitty men. And that really is the scenario with this final wave of feminism. It's got to be the last one, where they go, no, you're just a dude. You're not a woman who gives birth. Don't create lives and shape them. Just be a dude. Do pull-ups for the Marines. Be in the FDNY. Be a cop. Fight. Fight fascists. Fascists don't exist, and you can't fight. And I'll tell you something. The more they smash at the patriarchy, the more I'm starting to think the matriarchy is inherently violent. There's this pinning of malicious, bitter, screaming banshees who just want to fight and kill and maim. I guess we had some inclination this was going to be the case back in pagan days when they were sacrificing babies and virgins. But the more we take women away from housewives and womanhood, and the more we put them in our shoes, the more we realize they're terrible fighters that really want to fight. And I've noticed this in a few cases, like this Bash the Fash. There was a, what was it? It's a campus reform thing. It's not a campus reform thing. It's a campus thing where they're teaching liberals, lefties, Antifa to come fight us. And again, Nazis and us and anyone like this, it's just people who aren't hysterically left. That's now what a Nazi is. So basically, everyone in the world, every sane adult they want to kill. But check out the logo they use for this. What is that? Is that, I mean, first of all, again, Nazis don't exist. But anyway, is that Amelia Earhart? Is that who you reckon yourselves to be? Okay, she wasn't known for karate kicking Nazis. You can't beat up a Nazi. I mean, Ronda Rousey can beat me up, but that's about it. So I don't understand why you are taking on the charge of violence. Let's kill Nazis. Let's kill fascists. I think it's sort of like when you're 7 and you go, you know what I would do if you came at me? I'd go, dsh, like that. And then your friend goes, yeah, you do that? I would block it, then I'd headbutt you, and then I'd put your nose bone through your brain. They're in that phase of their evolution. They're 7-year-old boys. I also noticed this about a fash-bashing film festival that I think was in Brooklyn. And that was all about just a montage of seeing Nazis getting punched in the face. In these movies, it was real Nazis, at least. And that was run by a woman named Ava Kaufman. Look at her. This woman fantasizes about kicking the crap out of dudes. It's more that stupid movie Kick-Ass. You think Ava Kaufman can beat up anyone at all? Even a sleeping man. He would wake up and go, what the hell are you doing? Psh. And then in Kick-Ass 2, I think a lot of women were empowered by this, a lot of dumb women, where they have this infant, sub-babysitter, going around circle-kicking, roundhouse-kicking, homophobic thugs, who are all white, by the way, for some reason.
You ready to die, faggot?
You know, all that homophobic shit makes it sound super gay.
Kicking their ass. And then you hear feminists go, there should be more women in action movies. Why do you want to be shitty men so bad? And again, I'm not talking about women. I'm not disparaging women here. Natural women who create lives and shape lives, they all seem pretty reasonable. It's the ones that we've forced into this male position that are a complete mess. I call them shit chests because they're like Tony Stark's, but instead of the blue orb thing, he's got poo in there. And they are literally putting them in the line of danger. Like, remember in the inauguration? They show up, they dress them like men, they put them on the front lines, and they go fight. So some blue-collar dude wants to get to work, and he starts punching his way through them. You brought them there. You brought these women to this fight. And then they go, you hit a woman, you hit a woman. The guy goes, she didn't look like a woman to me. Psh! Punches her in the face. You just got a woman punched in the face.
You just hit a fucking woman! She don't look like a woman to me! Get out! You got people trying to do their job and going to fucking work! Hit women, you got fucking shit on me! Back up.
If there is an example that personifies this trend perfectly, it is Yvette Falarca, who is completely mental. You may remember her back in June, I believe it was in Sacramento, where there was some sort of fascist protest. I think these guys actually were pretty darn right-wing. Again, not Nazis, but about as right-wing as wings can get. So they go there, and 7 people get stabbed. Who was behind this violence? Yvette Falarca. Can you imagine getting in a knife fight with her? She's like a 5-foot-tall Mexican woman. And she's leading all these battles. Go, stab him. I noticed this with Berkeley, too. If you listen to the audio, you can hear, like, kick his ass! Fight him! What are you doing? Stop, wait, get in there, fight! You remember when you're in bars and some guy wants to fight you and you're trying to soothe the situation because he's with 4 other people, and then your girlfriend comes up and goes, "You pussy," to him. My boyfriend would kick your ass. You're all dead, and you're sitting there going, "Honey, honey, honey, take it down a notch, okay? I don't want to fight these 5 guys. My boy, he's gonna kill you." We'll see about that. Just, can you leave, please? That's what Antifa has become, and Yvette Falarca is all over this. After the Milo thing, she said that she didn't regret it. They didn't do enough. And they use funny code words. Like, first of all, they make the guy that they're fighting a white supremacist. Trump is a white supremacist. So now they're justified. Now, in their minds, as Ezra Levant says, they're going back in time to when Hitler was a teen and beating him up so he can't do World War II. It's justified in their minds. And they use terms like shut him down, united cause, it was a militant protest, and proudly say that we are here to stop basically the Holocaust is what they're getting at, which is completely nuts. But my favorite video of Yvette is pretty recently, where there's a protester daring to express free speech, and he's near cops. He has a flagpole with no flag for some reason, and she gets in there with her little tiny Mexican hands and just starts pounding him, like hitting him in the ribs. And you could tell, if you tensed your stomach muscles, she could punch you in the ribs for an hour and a half until you said, "Lady, you need to calm down. I'm going to have to relax my stomach muscles at some point." But she gets in there, and then, of course, the men have to do the heavy lifting and start kicking the crap at him. You see one cop just sort of toss her aside. Get out of here, Yvette.
Come here, Natalie.
Fuck off our streets! Get the fuck off our streets! Piece of shit! Fuck you!
Sir, please. I'm just here to protest. Please! Stand down! Get out! Get back! Get back! Get back!
Anyway, the moral of the story here is that feminism has taken womenness out of women, turned them into shitty men, and these shitty men are trying to get us killed.
That's what a fascist is.
Okay. So it's someone who's committing violence?
And it's someone who's committing violence and who's trying to organize other people to commit violence.
Hi, folks. That was a Rebel Media short. I have my own show on Rebel Media called How's It Going? You got to pay for that one. Check it out right here.